Shall we start? Over to you.
Sure, sir. It is very good to see all of you have, doing some artwork before even this session started. So let's see, how about, this moment is all. We will definitely come to the artwork little later. Yeah. So we will watch the video once again from the start. So just, see how and why we are doing all of these things regarding the safe soil movement.
So can you check with the audio?
Who's sharing, Srinath? Bhargav is sharing. He has to check the audio before sharing.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Let me reshare.
Yes, now we can.
Soil is the habitat upon which zillions of lives thrive. Once there is no richness in soil, then you have forsaken the planet in many ways. Every responsible scientist in the world and the UN agencies are clearly saying we have only 80 to 100 harvests left. That means approximately 45 to 50 years of agricultural soil left on the planet. By 2045, we will be producing 40% less food than what we are producing right now, and our populations will be 9.3 billion people. Civil wars will unfold across the world once there is food shortage. What we are facing now is soil extinction. Agricultural soils across the world, the depletion is so heavy, in most countries, more than 50% of the topsoil is already gone in the last 100 years. First 12 to 15 inches of topsoil is the basis of our existence. It is this magic beneath our feet which has produced the life that we are. This first 12 to 15 inches of soil is the basis of life for 87% of life on this planet, including you and me. Conscious Planet is launching Save Soil movement to bring about a policy change to regenerate soil. As a part of this, I'm 65 and I'm riding 30,000 kilometers, a lone motorcycle journey, 30,000 kilometers across 24 nations to activate support from the citizenry to assure the governments long-term investments will be appreciated. So it's extremely important that soil regeneration is enshrined in the policy of every government on the planet. From 21st of March for 100 days, the whole world, every human being on the planet should talk soil. Each one of you should reach as many people as you can, be a part of this and let us make it happen.
Soil is one of the most fascinating and little understood aspects of our planet. Soil is not just some dirt that we walk on. Did you know that a handful of soil has more microbes in it than there are people on the entire earth? Without these microbes, plants, animals, you, me, and every human being would not be able to live. That's because if plants have to grow, they need to get various nutrients from the soil. But plants are not capable of getting many of these nutrients from the soil on their own. It is those billions of microbes that capture these nutrients from the soil and pass them on to the plant's roots. So plants can live only if there are lots of microbes in the soil. And animals and human beings can live only if there are plants to provide us food. But around the world, a disaster is happening. The soil microbes are dying. This is happening because the microbes need organic matter to eat. Organic matter means the leaves and the branches that fall to the ground from the plants, and also the waste from the animals. But because there are no more animals on farms, and all the stuff falling from plants is cleared away by farmers, microbes have nothing to eat, so they die. Because of this, plants are not able to grow well. And if plants suffer, we are next. So having enough organic matter in the world's soil is super important if we want to live well. This is what the Save Soil movement is all about. We are asking our governments to save soil by putting enough organic matter into the soil. Then the microbes, plants, animals, human beings, and all life can live well on the rich soil.
You started Conscious Planet to protect soil. Could you please share the guidelines for the students to be a part of this?
So how can you participate? See, we are living in a democratic nation. Most part of the world, almost the entire world except a few nations, are all living in democratically elected governments ruling those countries. So being a democratic nation, the most valuable thing that you have is your vote and your voice. You still don't have a vote, but you still have a voice. In a democracy, the most important thing is a people's voice. So I want you to use your voice. The soil is not our property. It's been given to us like this from previous generations. We have to give it in a living condition to the next generation. We cannot kill it and give it dead soil. Dead soil means all life is gone. So leaving the soil alive for future generations is very important. When I say future generation, I'm talking about you. Every responsible scientist in the world is saying, by 2045, we will be producing 40% less food than what we are producing today, and our population will be 9.3 billion people. So with 40% less food, that many people, it's not a world where you want to live. I want you to visualize this. Whatever is looking like civilization, all the developments that have happened in the world, I want you to imagine tomorrow, let us say there is no food in Coimbatore city for people to eat. There is no food in the shop, there is no food in the hotel, there is no food in the home. What do you think will happen? Everything will break down in the society. Right now, United Nations agencies are predicting civil wars across the world by 2045, because food shortages will be like that. But we can turn this around now. So what is it that you can do? You must use your voice. How to use your voice? Shall we go there and shout? That's not it. You must use your voice in a way it'll be heard. I want you to take this up. I want 10 million children below 16, 17 years of age to write to the Prime Minister that please save our soil, because what we are using up is your soil. For our generation, before we die, there is enough. All we have to do is maybe die 10 years early, we will be fine. But your soil is being used up. Soil that your generation should use is already being used up. If that happens, no matter how educated you are, how rich you are, how much wealth you have, how much knowledge you have, everything will be useless once there is food shortage. So, will you take this up? Not just you write, you must get me 10 million children in India to write to the Prime Minister, please do something about our soil. Can you? Yes. 10 million letters must go to the Prime Minister. Of course he's going to call me and complain. What am I supposed to do with all these letters? enrich the soil. Paper can enrich the soil too, but I'm saying strong soil policies, if they don't come now, the future generations will suffer immensely, immensely. Not just humans, every life. If we don't do anything for another 30 to 40 years and then we attempt it, turning it around will take 150 to 200 years. Right now, if we start, in another 15 to 25 years, we can turn this around significantly. I think we should make it happen. It's for you, for your generation. If you want to live well on this planet, this is most vital. Let us make it happen. Yeah, that's all it takes.
As
How
we
they
all
throw some light on this, tell the children about the link, how they're going to post their drawings, etc. into the link.
sure. So as we just saw how important our soil is, right? So we will go through the details once again so that we will all be clear why we are doing this. So I'll be sharing a presentation. Just give me a second. So we will just have an overview of what we have looked in this video. So as Sadhguru has also mentioned, there are many UN agencies which are talking about how soil is degrading. Already 52% of the world's soil is degraded. And by 2050, it is expected that 90% of the soil will be degraded if you're not acting now. So if we can act now, we can reverse this degradation process. So how do we do this, right? The basic idea is to put back the organic content back to the soil to bring the land under vegetation and increase the soil organic matter. So by doing this, the soil will become fertile. So as part of the Safe Soil movement, Sadhguru is going to ride 30,000 kilometers on a bike all alone throughout 27 countries, reaching out to various influential people, government officials, and many more, so that we will create this awareness. So as mentioned in the video, what we can do, right, as school students, we can all, let me come to that slide. Yeah, we all see, as we watched this video and you're all attending this presentation, now we have understood how important soil is for all of us. So now what you can do is you can write a letter to the Prime Minister of India stating to save our soil. I see, if you wish to draw something, right, or as an artwork, you can also do that, which signifies the Save Soil movement. You can also write a poem, a letter, an artwork, a song, whatever you want to, right? In whichever way you want to express that you want to support this, you can do it. So once you do it, you will be uploading the you'll, let's take you're writing a letter. You will write a letter, take a photo of it, and upload it into a website. So once you upload into a website, you will get an e-badge as a token of appreciation. So everybody, whoever is writing these letters or artwork, they can submit this online and you will receive an e-badge. What else you can do, right? As a school, you can also put some posters around your school so that it is not just one-time activity, but the students will understand the importance of this movement for the next 100 days. So Sadhguru is going to start his ride on 21st, that is the next Monday, and he'll be riding for 100 days, where we want almost 3.5 billion people to know that this is the state of our soil in each of our country. It's not just with India, it is a global movement, because globally this is happening. So you can also conduct maybe in your classes or all throughout the school, you can also conduct any competitions around the Safe Soil movement. It can be a art competition, it can be a science fair where the theme is about soil, right? It can also be any other thing. maybe an elocution competition, which covers this Save Soil movement, so that students will get to know more about what is happening on ground. So once this is done, you can also post all of this in the social media platforms if the school has, or also, if the students and if the parents have any social media platforms, you can share it, this work on those mediums, so that the awareness will be created to more and more number of people. So I think as students, you might not have social media accounts, but you can see how you can involve your parents into it. The school will also receive an appreciation letter supporting this movement. Are we clear on what we are doing? Yes. Okay. Um, so this will address, see, why are we doing the Save Soil movement, right? What is the benefits and all? So the major benefit is, when we put back the organic content, the food whatever we eat will have a very high nutrition value, and there will be no poverty, no zero hunger, good health and well-being. There are many other benefits to it. We will be sharing the slides to the school. We can go through it, but yeah, this movement really brings trying to create an awareness among people, so that we can make the necessary actions once we do that. For that, uh, for all of that to happen, the most important role would be played by the students, because they have this privilege that they can write a letter to the Prime Minister of India. I never had that privilege. I think most of the teachers or even elders might not have or had an opportunity to this, to write a letter to somebody like, the head of the country. So now it's up to you, right, for all of the students to have this privilege to write a letter to them. If you have any questions, we can discuss.
You can use the chat box.
Yeah, you can post it in the chat box if you have any questions regarding this movement.
I hope children, you got the clarity what Sadhguruji was telling. 2045, when world population crosses 9 billion. So you can imagine how many mouths to feed. And because soil has eroded, 40% of the soil has eroded. So there'll be less soil, but more consumption, more mouths to feed. Hence, there'll be a problem. So what we need to do as a young generation, today's generation, because we are doing this for sustainable development, for tomorrow, for a better tomorrow for you. And when civil wars erupt, next it'll be for food crisis in the world. So you are going to write letters to the leaders. That is our leader, Prime Minister Modi ji. So he is going to, take up the issue with the other leaders also of the world. And Sadhguruji is going to take up this ride. 100 days ride, 21 countries. So you can imagine how many people he is going to try and influence. Your letters, your drawings, your poetry, your short stories, whatever way you want to express have to be done and posted in the link. Link will be shared by your principals through your WhatsApp groups to your parents and to you. Please start. Today is the day that you start off. Do not dilly-dally and wait for those 100 days. Pallavi group of schools should be number one. Numero uno, one to write as many letters as possible. Not only we write, we encourage our fellow friends in other schools also by sharing the link with them. So one person tries to at least, drag in 10 others by motivating them. And if you want that we present it to their school too, you can always write back to your teachers and we will see that Bhargav is presenting it in that particular school too. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, that will be a great privilege for all of us. Yes. Thank you. So if you have no questions, I think we are done from our end.
That means you're very clear, Bhargav, and they have understood what you do. Yeah? Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the opportunity, ma'am.
Thank you, children.